Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to B.Ed classes. Today we will discuss our fourth topic, that is sources of knowledge. हम लोगों ने पहले ही 3 टॉपिक्स कवर कर चुके हैं. ये हमारा फोर्थ टॉपिक है, that is sources of knowledge. Sources of knowledge means the knowledge that we are gaining from different sources. The sources may be your authority, testimony or authority as a knowledge. It may be your reason, it may be your senses, or it may be intuitions, or it may be anything. From any source that you are getting your knowledge is called as your sources of knowledge. The first is testimony or authority as a source of knowledge. So testimony or authority as a source of knowledge means, testimony means which is already clear, which is already proved, जो कि already है. This is something which is written, already proved. So that is called your testimony as or authority as a source. Authority means when some authentic information is there, कुछ already proved knowledge is there, which is already given by some Mahatmas, some saints or something like that. किसी and that is there in the especially authoritarianism knowledge we can say, like in Gita, Quran, Vedas or in Guru Granth Sahib or anything. कोई भी जो डिस्कोर्सेस हैं, दैट रिलीजियन बुक्स दैट इज़ देयर विच हैज़ बीन रिटन बाय सम अथॉरिटीज़, किसी महात्मा से लिखा गया है, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एज योर अथॉरिटी एज अ सोर्स ऑफ नॉलेज. दैट इज़ वेरी रिलायबल सोर्स ऑफ नॉलेज दैट वी कैन सी. एंड वन मोर थिंग इज़, it is not a primary source, it is a secondary source of knowledge. But we cannot say that this knowledge when it is already proved, जो already है किसी authority द्वारा लिखा गया है, that is always good. But it had some limitations also, and the first limitation is it block progress. When we came to know that authority of a person is dominating attitude and it blocks the progress and independent thinking of the person, ये आपके independent thinking को बंद कर सकता है, because it is blocking your progress. That's why you can say to block progress. Next is to create confusion. To create confusion means when authority disagree or conflict, they cause confusion. अगर कोई दो authorities हैं, then they are having discussion, they will fight among themselves. So again now there will be a confusion. You cannot be clear which one is correct and which one is not. So that means to create confusion. Third is to lead astray. To lead astray means something I said is a person who is authority in one subject is likely to be believed, and when he is delivering something different, वो एक चीज़ पे टॉपिक पे उसको पता है, उसके किसी दूसरे सब्जेक्ट को उसको बोलने के लिए दिया जाए, एंड दैट पर्सन इज स्पीकिंग, दैट मीन्स दैट पर्सन इज नॉट हैविंग द नॉलेज, उसके पास उस चीज़ की नॉलेज नहीं है पर वो बोल रहा है. तो उसके बोलने से हमारे अंदर जो हम ले रहे हैं, हम नॉलेज वी आर गेनिंग, दैट इज समथिंग रॉन्ग नॉलेज दैट वी आर टेकिंग. सो दैट इज़ वाई इट इज़ कॉल्ड टू लीड एस्ट्रे. नेक्स्ट इज टू डिफ़िकल्ट एरर्स. That means we may be affected, जैसे हमने कहा, when we are leading to astray, that widespread acceptance of the belief, and such widespread acceptance may add to its prestige and disbelief and create difficulty in locating errors. तो मोस्टली क्या होता है, हम जब वो कुछ बोल रहे होते हैं सामने, हमें पता है कि वो गलत बोल रहे हैं, दैट महात्मा इज सेइंग समथिंग रॉन्ग, बट स्टिल वी कैन नॉट फाइंड इट्स डिफिकल्ट टू डिस्कवर एरर्स. वी कैन नॉट से दैट ही इज रॉन्ग, ही इज रॉन्ग. हम लोग वो जो बोलते हैं उसके साथ वी आर गोइंग ऑन. सो दैट इज कॉल्ड डिफिकल्ट टू डिस्कवर एरर्स, बिकॉज व्हेन सम अथॉरिटी इज सेइंग समथिंग टू यू, दैट मीन्स you cannot find out the error in that what is there. Next is, it is very unphilosophical and unscientific method of gaining knowledge, because and it is very I said the uncritical or blind appeal to authority, to whatever they are saying. We cannot find any philosophical things, means whatever is there they will say, that is there in their books, that they will say, and we will follow, believe that. So it is very unphilosophical and unscientific. Next is your empiricism or a senses as a source of knowledge. Empiricism or senses means when we say that, in this empiricist says that it is only your sense organs through which you are attaining the knowledge. Maybe the Rousseau, Berkeley, Locke and Hume, they said that through senses like eyes, ears, nose, skin, tongue, these are the gateways to consider, gateways of knowledge. They consider that these are very through this only, whatever knowledge you are gaining, through this only. Like Froebel and Montessori also, they also give that दिस इज़ द वेरी मीन्स वट एवर ट्रेनिंग दैट यू आर गेटिंग. हम बचपन में जब स्कूल जाते थे तो हमारे ये 5 सेंसेस से ही हम अपने मैक्सिमम नॉलेज दैट वी आर गेटिंग. सो सेंसेस ऑफ चिल्ड्रन मस्ट बी एक्सरसाइज, रिफाइंड एंड पॉलिश्ड. Then empiricism or senses as a source, they said sense of touch, sense of hearing, sense of weight, sense of color, perception of size and sense of form. This is all given by Montessori, who suggested these exercises for training the senses. But again, this had some limitations. इसके भी कुछ limitations है, and the first one is it leading to astray. That means when knowledge attained through senses can lead us to astray. How? That is some prejudice will be there. कुछ हमारी इसमें biasness होती है, कुछ हमारी emotions इसमें involve होते हैं, तो हम वही देखते हैं जिसे हम देखना चाहते हैं. So that is why it is leading us to astray, because उसमें कुछ proper reasoning नहीं होती. Only our senses are included. जो हमें दिखाई देता है only that we believe. So that is called leading to astray. Second is your absence of proper explanation of perception. That means when we are according to empiricists, our sense organs are the medium through which the qualities of external object reach the mind. तो जो external objects हैं वो हमारे दिमाग में जाते हैं. तो what is happening? तो हमारे past interest, हमारा mental set, हमारा attention, our interest besides sensations, all these things are also there. So every time only the perception is there, that is not true. So that's why they said that absence of proper explanation of perception. Every time the perception is not there, with that so many things are there. तो सिर्फ perception ही हो ऐसा ज़रूरी नहीं है. That's why it is absent sometimes. Disregard of reason, as I said, it is only through the raw material, only through the sense we are attaining. So there is no reasoning, no source of reasoning there. So that is why it is disregard of reason. Then activeness of mind is not there, because our mind is totally passive now. Whatever we are receiving only through our sense organs. Next is leading through skepticism. Skepticism means your distrust or disbelief. So whatever knowledge that we are gaining from sensation is very relative and indefinite. So it leads us to disbelief और distrust. ये distrust की और disbelief की और हमें ले जाता है, क्योंकि इसमें कुछ full fact proof नहीं रहता. Whatever senses से हम लोग reason apply करते हैं, only that is there. Next is your rationalism or reason as a source of knowledge. Rationalism means whatever the reasoning that we are going to apply here, like in the science, maths, engineering, इन सब में जहाँ हम लोग reasoning डालते हैं, so that is, they say, these rationalists say that only through reason we are attaining our knowledge. And they said like Plato, Hegel, Spinoza, all they say they are very they are the supporters of reason. They said that only through reason we are attaining our knowledge. And very beautiful lines said by Kant. He said that knowledge must be obtained through categories of reasoning. So there are different varieties, different categories of reasoning. So through that we are attaining our knowledge. First one is your knowledge is knowledge of real. First limitation is knowledge of real truth is difficult. How knowledge of real truth is difficult? Because reason provides merely the formal truth and not the real truth. Formal truth means whatever the real world is, जो भी दिखाया जाता है, जो भी है, already है. Knowledge of the real world is not possible without your experience. Without your experience, whether it is possible that whatever is there we can gain? No. So sometimes we have to, some perception is there, कुछ sense organs भी, हमारे senses भी उसमें apply होती हैं. So only through reasoning we cannot attain our knowledge. Next is incapable of establishing the existence. Sometimes reason is helpless in establishing any existence of things. And very simple example that we can see is about God. किसी के लिए God है, किसी के लिए God नहीं है. We cannot prove it. There is no reasoning for that. हम बोलते हैं we have seen God. हम भगवान को हमने देखा है. We feel God, but we cannot see God. So that reasoning, but somebody says हम लोग मंदिर गए थे, हमें वहाँ भगवान ऐसे दिखे कि उन्होंने हमें इस तरह से, हम किसी मुसीबत में थे. It was a God who helped us in that way. So that is their reasoning. There is nothing proved in that. वो reasoning just है, किसी को हम समझा नहीं सकते. That is establishing, incapable of establishing the existence. Next is incapable as a source of pure knowledge. Like here, incapable as a, because Bergson said that reasoning cannot become the source of pure knowledge. He said it cannot be pure knowledge. Intellect makes use of the facts that are obtained from experiences, because when we are using our intellect, that is from the true facts that we have to see. So therefore, if sensory experience is defective, then intellect also cannot be free from those defects. So हमारी जो sensory visions है, if it is defective, then definitely our intellect cannot be perfect. So it is always said that incapable as a source of pure knowledge. Next is your intuitionism or intuition as a source of knowledge. Intuitionism means your intuition, what you think, what is your inner voice, what is your inner conscience. आपका जो inner mind है वो क्या कहता है कि आज मुझे क्या होगा, आज मेरे साथ क्या होगा. आपको कुछ कुछ पहले से ही आपको दिमाग में आने लगता है. दैट फीलिंग्स दैट यू हैव, वो जो आपके अंदर की भावनाएं हैं, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एज योर इंट्यूशन. दैट इनर वॉइस, दैट इनर थिंकिंग, दैट इनर कॉन्साइंस, वट एवर यू कैन से, कुछ भी आप उसका नाम दे सकते हैं. ऑफ योर पावर ऑफ माइंड, दैट इनर वॉइस और इनर कॉन्साइंस, एनीथिंग दैट यू कैन से, that is all called as an intuitionism or intuition as a source of knowledge. Next is your limitations of intuition. First is it is ambiguous in nature. Again I said, when intuition has no essential nature of its own, उसका कुछ अपना nature नहीं है, तो we find that philosophers are not at one with each other on the nature of intuition. So मेरा intuition कुछ कहता है, उसका intuition कुछ और कहता है. Suppose I am having one philosophy, the other person may have something different, but other nature. So everyone has something different in there. So it is ambiguous in nature because everyone सबकी थिंकिंग एक दूसरे से अलग होती है. तो मेरे अंदर जो इंट्यूशन आ रहा है ज़रूरी नहीं है वो सामने वाले के अंदर भी हो. So that's why it is ambiguous in nature. Contradiction, the same thing. When we are not coming to a conclusion, एक पॉइंट पे नहीं आ रहे हैं हम, तो that means definitely contradictions तो होंगे ही उस बातों पे. Then is absence of philosophy reflection. अपनी अपनी थिंकिंग होंगी तो डेफिनेटली देयर विल बी नो फिलोसफी. सबकी एब्सेंस होगी फिलोसफी, क्योंकि मेरी थिंकिंग्स कुछ और होगी, उसकी थिंकिंग कुछ और होगी. और एल्स वी कैन से एब्सेंस ऑफ फिलोसफिकल रिफ्लेक्शन इन इंट्यूशन, बिकॉज इट इज़ एज्यूम्ड टू बी अथॉरिटी, टू बी वट एवर वी आर फीलिंग दैट वी आर डूइंग इट. कुछ क्लेम नहीं हो सकता उसका, बस हमारी फीलिंग्स होती हैं. सो कुछ फिलोसफिकल रिफ्लेक्शन नहीं होती. देन प्रॉब्लम ऑफ लैंग्वेज. And many people believe that experience attained through intuition cannot be expressed in language. An idea cannot become the subject of philosophic reflection unless it is expressed in language. वो तब तक नहीं माना जा सकता जब तक कि उसे कुछ लैंग्वेज ना प्रोड्यूस ना किया जाए. और इंट्यूशन में कुछ लैंग्वेज नहीं होता, वो एक सोच होती है, हमारी एक थिंकिंग होती है. सो दैट्स वाई वी कैनॉट थिंक दैट दिस इज़ अ वेरी बिग प्रॉब्लम ऑल्सो. That is a limitations also. That is a problem of language. Next is your pragmatism or practical life as a source of knowledge. Pragmatism or practical life means whatever learning by doing that we are seeing, pragmatic philosophy, जो भी हम करते हैं, that is that practical life, that is your source of knowledge. आप जो भी knowledge experience in the light of practical experiences that you are gaining, that is called your pragmatism or practical life. As per Professor John Dewey, he said that knowledge is another name for practical intelligence. मतलब जो भी उन्होंने हमेशा यही कहा है कि जो भी हम whatever knowledge we are gaining, that is only by doing some activities. कुछ करने के बाद जब हमें कोई knowledge gain होता है, that one. And but still it has also some limitations. And the first limitation is absence of philosophical reflection. Again the same thing. बिकॉज हम प्रैक्टिकलिटी से करते हैं, ज़रूरी नहीं है कि इसमें वो सारी चीज़ें भी इंक्लूड हो जो है पहले से. नेक्स्ट इज़ योर कॉन्ट्राडिक्शंस. अगेन द सेम थिंग आई सेड अर्लियर ऑल्सो, दैट व्हेन द डिफरेंट व्यूज़ आर देयर, मेरे प्रैक्टिकल व्यू से, मेरे एक्सपीरियंस से, व्हेन आई एम गेनिंग समथिंग डिफरेंट, दैट्स अ पर्सन हु इज़ बिसाइड्स मी, उन्होंने उसकी सोच भी कुछ और होगी, उसकी थिंकिंग कुछ और होंगे, तो डेफिनेटली देयर विल बी सम कॉन्ट्राडिक्शंस. Knowledge of real truth is difficult as usual because from the practical experience we are gaining. So definitely the knowledge of real truth is difficult. Next is incapable of source of pure knowledge. Again that I said it. So it is already all those things have been discussed with you. I hope all these things you can write. Our next source is nature as a source of knowledge and inspiration as a source of knowledge. Nature means as per the naturalism, like that only Rousseau and Tagore, they are obtained, they said that the great emphasis on the nature, that whatever thing that you are obtained from nature, क्योंकि हम सिर्फ चीज़ें अपने सराउंडिंग से जो सीखते हैं, जो नेचर से सीखते हैं, that is also one of the best source, because the best example that we can take is about the corona. This nature has taught us so many things. उसने हमें बहुत कुछ सिखा दिया इस नेचर ने कि आप क्या कर सकते हैं, क्या नहीं कर सकते हैं. So this is the one of the big source of knowledge, nature. Next is your inspiration. and this inspiration is an approach that from this religion कुछ रिवील करता है, उससे आप कुछ इंस्पायर होते हैं. अब हम व्हेन वी आर लिसनिंग टू द स्टोरीज ऑफ कुछ महाभारत, कुरान, रामायण, और मे बी फ्रॉम बाइबल, द एडम एंड ईव स्टोरीज एंड सो मेनी स्टोरीज दैट वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न. जो भी स्टोरीज हम सीखते रहते हैं, जब हम कृष्ण की स्टोरीज, कृष्ण सुदामा के फ्रेंडशिप की स्टोरीज सुनते हैं, सो मेनी थिंग्स दैट वी आर लर्निंग फ्रॉम देम. कुछ कुरान की स्टोरीज, कुछ भी स्टोरीज जब हम सुनते हैं, कुछ रिलीजन्स हो या कुछ भी स्टोरीज दैट वी आर गेटिंग नॉलेज, सो दैट इज ऑल कमिंग अंडर योर इंस्पिरेशन एज अ सोर्स ऑफ नॉलेज. At last, I will say that all this knowledge are a complementary things. We cannot say कि कोई एक knowledge ही काफ़ी है. All the sources are important because not a single source is there which can guess or which can give you everything. When there is a combination of all the sources, जब सारे sources का combination होता है, only then you can get a perfect source of knowledge. So like Montague accept them as a complementary method of knowledge means everyone is needed there. हर एक चीज़ की ज़रूरत होती है. Neither can be substituted for the other and nor it can contradict the other. अगर हमारे पास ऑथोरिटेटिव नॉलेज नहीं है तो हम कुछ चीज़ों की नॉलेज नहीं गेन कर सकते हैं, तो नॉलेज हमारे पास में हो चुकी है. और अगर हमारे पास प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज या दैट प्रैग्मेटिज्म और सेंसेस नहीं है, वी आर नॉट अप्लाइंग इट, देन वी आर नॉट गेटिंग एनी नॉलेज डायरेक्टली. सो every knowledge is required. That is called as your source of knowledge. So with this, I end my topic. Thank you all. Have a nice day.